Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome to the All-American Farm. This is my new thing, apparently. Alright guys, you guys chose the All-American Farm, and here we are on the All-American Farm. As you can see, for those of you who don't know, this particular map is from American Eagle Modding. The gentleman who made the map this was his first time making the map, or a map I should say, so you guys chose it, so here we are on the All-American Farm. I'm sure I'll figure it out, change it up a little bit as time progresses. So, some of you mentioned that you wanted a multi-fruit map. This map does have does have oats and soybeans. And I actually did make a few adjustments to this map before I actually started playing on it. The vote was actually pretty darn close. I am not going to lie to you. Oh yeah, you guys are right there. The vote was actually pretty darn close. It was, in the end, it was like 52 people, I think, voted for this map versus like 48 for Two Rivers. It was a really, really close vote. I'm not going to lie to you here. So one of the changes I made to the map was I moved the sheds. So now they are both lined up right here. As you can see, I believe this is the Morton sheds. And so I put them side by side right here, just to keep them nicely aligned. I think I lined them up fairly well. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. So I put them right here. And one of the other changes I made was I added a enormous building. So this is the enormous building I added. And basically what this is a huge complex to store your manure, your chaff, your sugar beets, your potatoes. It also holds grass, straw, silage, and mixed rations. Basically, this makes my life a heck of a lot easier using it this way on a large map like this. So originally there was actually no place to store anything, so I added this in. I guess the original intention behind the map was to use bales of hay, I guess, and straw and whatnot, but I didn't want to go that route completely, so I have this option, and it does work with manure as well, which is nice. So in case we produce a lot of manure, we can just drive up here and drop it off right there. Sweet, excellent. So you're probably wondering, what equipment did we start with, Ian? Well, let me tell you, we start with quite a bit of equipment. Actually, I was trying to figure out, I'm like, well, what should we bring, what should we not bring? So I decided we were going to bring quite a few things. So first of all, we brought over our John Deere 7260R with our front weight, as you can see. We also brought our S690i. I bought the track version. I didn't think you guys would mind, but not much of a difference there. We got the 40-foot flex draper header. We also got the Big Bear. It's got tracks as well. Apparently this is a bit of a theme. I got tracks for our sugar beets or potatoes, I guess. We're going to go ahead and do potatoes. I haven't done many root vegetables at all, so I figured, why not? Let's make an effort to do that this time around. So I got the Grimmy Maxtron, which should do potatoes if memory serves. If not, I'll have to change it out, but we won't get to potatoes today, but maybe another day. But this one does have the extended head on it. Honestly, the reason this isn't realistic per se, the only difference is I figured it would make our lives easier for these bigger fields. So, anyways, excellent. We also have a potato seeder, as you can see. What else do we have here? I brought over the Peterbilt. A lot of people wanted the Peterbilt. Some people asked for the Mac. I wasn't as big a fan on the Peterbilt as I was for the Mac, as I was for the Peterbilt. So I brought the Peterbilt with us. I also got the anhydrous tank this time. This time I'm going to use it. So I brought it over again. Also, I got a New Holland T9. This is actually Big Boss Modding's New Holland. It's a pretty large vehicle. The only thing I don't like about it is, I don't know if you can hear that. No, I can't even hear it right now. But once you get inside that thing, it has like a little beeping sound. And the same thing the Kloss did, actually. I also brought the Come In vehicle, homemade vehicle as well. This is a 325 horsepower tractor. I also brought the GMC dump truck with us. I brought the Mack end dump trailer. The only reason I didn't bring The other grain trailer was because it didn't hold sugar beets or potatoes, so I brought this with us so it could hold potatoes. Also, I brought back the Nutritiller because we are going to be doing a little bit of potatoes. We are going to need something to cultivate the land, so I brought this with me, and the anhydrous tanks, and apparently 4 golf carts. I'm not sure why they're all there, but they are there. Is there anything else? So I started us off with a small cedar. This is the Plantaderia articulada. Apparently it's Spanish, but it's a pretty awesome cedar, so I couldn't pass it up. It's actually, as you can see, a planter style. And one of the really cool things about it is that it does articulate, so I was like, you know what, why not? Let's get it. And there's one other thing I actually got, which I don't think you guys have seen before. Oh, we also got the F350 over here, as you can see, and we have this grain. This is for the header trailer base. So this is a different style, the one I mentioned before. And we also have these guys. This is a Haybine, I believe it's called, by New Holland. This was a suggestion by somebody via the website or through email, I can't remember. But I thought I'd pick it up. It works. It's a little finicky, but not bad. It's kind of cool. It's different style, so I thought I'd try it out. If not, we can always pick up the traditional tower-up mowers. Anyways, let's get started. As you can see, I did not bring the Case Steiger. I did not bring the Mack truck either. Oh man, I made a mess of this. Oof, did I ever make a mess of this? I just reset all the vehicles and started it here, so that's probably why it's a mess. Anyways, let's move this Grimmy here. So, what fields did we start with? We actually start with field 1 right here and field 2 right here, I believe. Also, as you can notice, this actually has where things are. I actually put that in myself so I know where things are. So this is the inn, the farm shop, freight yard, grain mill, BGA, port, garden center, and the shop. The farm shop is just where you sell things. This is the actual shop where you buy things. Anyways, so I actually included those in for my own personal benefit. So this map was made to be an all-American map. I have always looked for a map like this, so I figured I would make one. All the buildings are either, I make one where all the buildings are either for mod sites and made from scratch, or models that look like models that are American style. So it does look like the modern American farming map. So for those people who have seen that map, very similar. The only animals that are on the farm are chickens and cows, because where you're from in the United States, this guy particularly, there's no sheep or pigs. So if you wish to add animals that can do it for personal use, I may do that. We'll see. In this map there is a crop production. If you take the main road north when you leave, you can buy fertilizer seed there, also sell your grain. Good. There are 2 storage sheds which I moved. I showed you guys. The fruits on the map are corn, soybeans, wheat, barley, oats, and canola. There will be a version 2 of the map. Anyways, so as you can see, there's a few things that have been changed. So for those of you who have seen the modern American farming map, this map, I was like, wow, this map is... First thought was it's very similar to the modern American farming map. Not exactly the same, but it felt pretty darn close. I am not going to lie to you guys. I was like, so what's the difference between these 2 maps? Oh, what the heck is that key? Handbrake 7. I was like, what's the difference between these 2 maps? And there is a difference. Not a huge difference, but there is a difference. I thought it was pretty darn similar to that map, so I was like, well, whatever. You guys chose it, so I gotta play on it. I was actually talking to my girlfriend, I was showing her the different maps, and she was like, hey, like here's the maps that I've proposed, this is the maps that people want me to play on, and she was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then she looked at this map and she's like, that kind of looks like the map I used to play on, which is, of course, she's referring to the modern American farming map, and she would be correct. It is very similar to that map. Perfect. There are some similarities, but the other interesting fact was I was trying to figure out why you guys chose this map specifically. What was the reasoning behind it? I'm just kind of curious, actually. So, if you chose this map, I guess I should chose this map. I should do that. Let me know why. I'm kind of curious. What was the reason behind choosing this particular map? And I'm sweating again. What's the reason behind choosing this particular map? Oops. Versus other maps? Because I'm just curious. I want to know. So maybe in the future we can play on more maps that are like this. It could be just because it's a very American style map, and I know that's not very American style, but that's my own My own dirty purposes, as one of my teachers used to say. I think that's what he used to say, at least. Alright, so this is a pretty darn big field, and we need to fertilize it, and we have this to fertilize it with. We also need to cultivate it. Actually, I think it's pre-cultivated, but we'll cultivate it anyways because its seeds are the same, or it fertilizes at the same time. I haven't put anything to groups yet, so let's put things in the groups. This is group 9. That was group 9 as well. This can be group 2. This can be group 2. This can be group 1. This can be group 3. This can be group 5. You can tell I've done this before, eh? Alright, so what we need is this guy right here. So let's go ahead and bring the anhydrous tank over. How am I going to do this? I really shouldn't have reset things because this makes my life a lot more difficult. I love that feature of this truck. I wish more trucks had it. It is a pretty cool little feature of it because it does make things like this really convenient. And yeah, this is going to be a bit of an interesting little thing right here. So I thought about this one. I was like, you know what, guys? We didn't really use the anhydrous tank to its full potential last time. So I figured, why not try and use it a bit more this time around? So that's why I picked it up again. So for those people who wanted to see more of it last series, I apologize. That's why I picked it up this time. Also, there's a secondary reason behind this. Oh, come on. Poke up to it already. There's a secondary reason behind this. I discovered if I were to use Courseplay to fill up the fertilizer, the seeder we have, actually, or the seeder, use your words, the fertilizer, the cultivator we have combination, it actually would not work well with this because it can't get into the building. Because the way Courseplay works is you'll drive through here, but it won't be able to get through here. Did I already pass this? I don't think I did. Where the heck is the actual... I think maybe it's further here. Yeah, there's... Anyways, we did start off with a bit of money here because I was like, you know what, we're going to have to do a few things all at once here. So I figured, why not start with a little bit right off the bat, and we'll go from there, basically. So I was actually looking at a different John Deere to start this map with, but I discovered that it had something really annoying. It had, there's a feature on some vehicles that I don't like. So some vehicles have a built-in ELS limiter on them, and the problem with that is that it conflicts with Courseplay, which is the reason why I don't like it. So let's get some potatoes, and we're gonna fill this guy up. Oh, that's gonna be a problem too. Maybe we'll have to get the service trailer again. Let's get this guy started. I'm just gonna start on field 1 over there. So I know potatoes isn't very American. Well, that's not true. Depending where you are in America, you may or may not find potatoes. Let's say that. Because there are places in America that do have potatoes, and there are places that do not have potatoes, so... I figured, why not start with potatoes? Like I said, I haven't done many root crops, so I figured we'll do it this way around. And change it up a little bit. Sorry, that's my hand going, change it up a little bit. So, that's what I figured I'd do. I always try to figure out if I should start with one or more trucks. Some people are like, start with this, start with that. And I was like, you know what? I think I'll just start with the one truck and then go from there. And also because we started off with a smaller seeder. So a lot of people were saying, oops. I haven't put the New Holland in the group yet. A lot of people were saying I should start off with medium equipment. So I started off with some small stuff, some big stuff. Just because it is a really large farm. Like, look at the size of this field. Like, that is enormous, to give you an idea. So I figured, you know what, let's start off with, like, medium equipment. This is my medium equipment, apparently. But just because of the size of the farm, it would have taken forever if I had to do this from scratch. Like, starting off with really small equipment, that would have been, like, painful. I think it was Dylan. He suggested that I start off with smaller equipment and build up. Dylan, that's a great idea. Just not on this map, man. It would have been a little too much to deal with. Anyways, let me tell you guys a story while this thing fills up. So, I was playing Farming Simulator Day just testing out some maps, checking out whether the changes I made to the map worked. And I was like, you know what, this is pretty good. Everything seems okay. Shut the game down the other day. I came back yesterday evening, and I was like, oh, let's fire up Farm Sim again, and then play a little bit. And much to my surprise, the game did not work at all. I had no luck with the game. It did not work whatsoever. And that made me kind of upset. And upset in the way that the game wasn't working, because I was supposed to start this season today, basically. So kind of led to a bit of a problem. And that problem is just going to hire a worker for now. He should be fine for the time being. And that led to a bit of a problem, because I'm like, you know what? I have a season starting here. What am I going to do about this? So I had some secondary plans, and did he stop? Why did he stop? Oh, it's because it's already cultivated. That's going to be annoying. We may have to adjust this a little bit. I could buy one of these and just totally forgot about that. Actually, do we have how much money do we have? 100 and let's just check something here. Yeah, so the game did not work at all, and I was like, ugh, what's going on here? I'm like, this is gonna really suck if I can't play the game, especially with a new season start. And I was like doing the old ugh, if you guys can see that. I was trying to figure out what the heck to do about it, and I just couldn't figure it out. Oh, this is that. This is only 12,000. That might be a bit of a problem. It's not really accurate at all. I forgot. That was the one thing I forgot to mention in the mod spotlight, is the in the store, it's not very well the price. I think it's supposed to be $120,000, just a guess. So what to do? I could just buy it, because even if I had $120,000, I'd still have it. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just have some fun with it. So I guess we won't use this guy then. Oops. Start the engine. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear, but it does make a little beeping sound, and it's really annoying. So like only when the vehicle hasn't only when it hasn't started yet. So if it's just sitting there and it hasn't started at all, it makes the sound. But let's just reset it. I'm not going to drive back there, because that's just annoying. Yoink. Whoa! A little bit of air time. All right. Let's put that. Let me do it this way, I guess. Let's put this guy in group 10 here. We'll fertilize it ourselves, I guess. Which is fine. So this is the... Whoa, whoa, whoa! A little bit too much on this one. So this is the Rogator that I did a mod spotlight on the other day, and I thought I wasn't going to have a chance to use it in this. I was going to like work towards getting this, but obviously didn't work out that way. But oh well, these things happen. So actually, we're kind of starting off with like somewhat large equipment, but somewhat small equipment. So I don't have any I was gonna like off camera. I was gonna like set up some courses, like just do the outlines of the fields and whatnot. Obviously, because the game wasn't working, did not help. Anyways, so I got the game working. It turned to be something silly, like Steam was opting in for a beta, and that was causing the game to crash. I have no idea why that was the case, but it did. But whatever. We figured it out. We're good. We're in the game now. Thankfully. Anyways, big shout out goes to Farmboy, who helped out quite a bit via Steam chat. He gave me some assistance, and his friend, I think it was LMB King, I think, was his friend. So thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. Appreciate the help quite a bit. So very much appreciated. Alright, so we're going to do this manually. So while we're doing this manually... Where is this guy? He's here. Let's get this guy started, because if he's not going to... Actually, maybe I don't know. I don't even know. Like, that other planter may do potatoes. I'm not sure, actually. I never checked. But we need a hiller. We can't do potatoes out of a hiller, so we're going to use this guy, which is the vanilla one. Nothing too crazy there. But why not? So yeah, we got the game working finally, so I appreciate the help very much, guys. That's very much appreciated. And thanks again. Anyways, let's get this guy started. This is a bit of a slow start. For those of you who have never seen, some of you may have seen the movies. I don't know, I'm looking over here, but the camera's right there. Anyways, some of you may or may not have seen a movie called Good Morning Vietnam, which is a fantastic movie with Robin Williams in it. It's got Forrest Whitaker in it, a couple other guys. Anyways, it is an old movie. There we go. He's going to start. Perfect. It's an old movie. It's a really good movie, though. Anyways, there's a part in that particular movie where Robin Williams is... he plays a record, and the record's playing really slowly. So what he does, he's like, alright guys, I guess we got it on the wrong speed, and he picks up the record and throws it away. Yeah, he's playing with records, but it's in Vietnam, so... gotta remember what I'm doing here. There we go. And let's line that up. Set it to phase 2. And the crazy thing is, you can actually make this. You can actually set it up so this thing will turn automatically, which is crazy. Actually, I discovered. I have to be careful not to hit the button, which I'm trying not to hit, which of course is the Windows button for those who are wondering. You can set it up so it automatically turns like so. So for those of you who have seen this, that feature right there. So right now this won't turn. This will go to the. That'll just stop whenever you stop it. That will stop it at the end of the, whatever this thing is, at the end of the field, and that will actually turn it around. So, whoops, sorry. I forgot I did that. Whoops. All right. I couldn't remember if the booms were drive-throughable or not. They're not, obviously. Oh, that's pretty close. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, I totally was doing that, and I was like, I don't know. I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah, the game was working. I'm happy. Thank you for all the help. Anyways, let's take a look at some of the comments from the previous episode, but I can't do that right now because my phone's not here. This is me looking for my phone. Well, it is right here technically, but it's... I'm just going to start charging it right now. Maybe I'll get to it in time. Yeah, so... That's what happened. That was my drama that happened in relation to the game. So, but I was the only one. Apparently, there was lots of people who had the same problem as me, and we figured it out together. So, it was good. Anyways, let's just what was it? 6? I can't remember if it was 6 or not. Is it 6 over here? No. 6 over here? 8. Nope. 5. Nope. I forget what it is. Oh well. Not that worried about it. Anyways, yeah, that's what happened, and kind of made me a bit sad, and I was kind of concerned. So, anyways, there's my hands off. It should turn automatically. See that? That's with GPS mod. As you can see, it does a decent job. That's better than I've encountered in the past, but it automatically switched between this side and that side, and it does it automatically. So it's kind of cool. That's one of the nice things I've discovered about this particular mod, is that it does work like that. Let's close the door. What are we doing here? Sheesh. It does do that. I wonder if I close the HUD, does it close everything? Yeah. So it does work with the GPS mod, which is kind of cool in that regards. This isn't a very exciting view, I've decided. I don't know. I like this view better. I originally wasn't going to buy this until later in the season, but that fertilization thing does not work. And the part about this is I realized I have to be in the vehicle for this to work. So I'm like, oh, let's do something else. It's like, right. Can't do that. I'm just going to adjust my microphone. Apparently it wasn't pointed in my direction. Pretty sure I'm talking loud enough, though. Just saying. Oh my goodness. This is the one downfall of this particular vehicle. I have to be in it and do this. I think it was Eric, I want to say, sent me an email with this same vehicle, basically, with a couple of adjustments so it could work with Courseplay. But it was on a website that was a little... I'm always skeptical of websites I don't know. Even if it comes from you guys, because I'm always skeptical. It's not you guys I'm skeptical about. It's where the mod itself, or where the website itself came from. Actually, in big news in Farming Simulator world, the LS 2013 website is down for, I don't know, site maintenance, I suppose. And that's what's happening in the world of Farming Simulator. So I was like, whoa! One of my go-to sites for a lot of my mods is down. Eek. Not cool. So other options for those people who like to get mods, you can go to FS-UK, Mod Hoster, of course. Those are my other websites I go to. American Eagle Modding, of course, is always a good option. They don't have everything there, but they do have quite a few things. So again, no hands. It should turn to the right now, as you can see. Perfect. I am wasting a little bit, but I'm getting most of it, so that's what I'm more worried about. Let's stop this guy for the time being. I'm just going to leave him here, running. And then I'm going to grab this guy. Sweet. Can't believe I remembered which key it was. Yeah. Lip is itchy, apparently. Alright, so some people suggested I get this mod again, and I was like, yeah, it's a good mod. Actually, there's actually a particular reason why I ended up getting it. The particular reason is this mod right here has 325 horsepower. Let me just verify that I'm not blowing smoke here. 325 horsepower, built in 1967. 56 euros a day, apparently. Anyways, 325 horsepower, and if memory serves, this needs more horsepower. Shoot. I thought it needed 260. Oh well. Whatever. So it needs more horsepower than this tractor. So this tractor was originally going to be for the... that's cool. So I don't know if you got... let me do that again. Can you guys see that? It totally articulates. I love it. Can this plant potatoes? Rye, oats. No. Okay. It plants corn, though. It plants rye. Don't know why it thinks we have rye. Oats? We have oats, but maybe rye is supposed to be soybeans. I don't know why it thinks we have rye. Does this fit through here? It should. Excellent. There we go. I don't know if this is no-till or not. I can't remember. I think it is. Again, we'll have to fertilize the airfield too. Oh man. My girlfriend made this like lemonade tea stuff. It's so good. It's like sugary a little bit, but not too sugary. Like, you know how sometimes when you have like lemonade, it can be like too sugary? Anyways, this isn't that. It's like just the right amount of sugary. So I really like it, actually. Alright, let's get this guy started. So let's plant. Let's try. No, let's not do that. Let's try oats. I think the rye in this is supposed to be soybeans, I believe. Let's just check what the prices are like on this map. I didn't even look. We're playing on normal again, for those who are wondering. So the weird thing is, in the PDA, it does not specify... Doesn't say where you can sell. So because this, I suppose maybe because I don't have a mod installed or something, but you're supposed to be able to sell soybeans and oats somewhere. Let's be on the safe side, I guess. Yeah. So for the very first harvest, we're going to play it a little safer. Canola. Barley. Let's go ahead and do not sugar beets, not potatoes. Let's do, this is my thinking look, barley. Yeah, barley. We also need the straw anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. And I think I'm gonna make this a little bit of a longer episode. What I'll do is I will break it into two. So I'll see you in a second.